You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to a podcast of the WBT. This is Michael Lodge. I'm glad that you have joined us. So all of you out there are probably reading all the news that at midnight last night, the United States decided to put some tariffs on China. And you'll see Wall Street Journal out there, they're putting out this negative news of how terrible it's going to be and all the different states it's going to be affected. And let me tell you something. It's not going to be as bad as these guys are portraying it to be, because America produces so much products. We have manufacturing plants here that can produce and outproduce the Chinese manufacturing. We have enough product in the United States that we make ourselves that we can survive any type of tariff. So what this really is, it's a leveraging part on part of the administration to get these guys into the negotiating table, sit around the table, and hammer out some fair tariffs. Or no tariffs at all. That's what we're concerned about, are our products going into China or into the EU or into other countries where they put such high tariffs on our products, but when they come to the United States, they have very low tariffs. So this is a good point that the administration is making, is that these countries have got to come to the United States and start hammering out good trade deals and good tariffs, or no tariffs at all, I think is what the president really wants. So sit back and relax. It's not going to hurt you. It's probably going to hurt China more because they send so much stuff over here to the United States. So it's probably going to hurt them more. But in America, sit back, relax. It's going to be okay. Don't listen to all of this mamby-pamby worthless stuff that's being spread by mainstream media, business reports, and also Wall Street Journal and all the other rags that are out there spreading this negativity. It just is going to be okay. I guarantee it. It's not going to affect. It's probably not even going to last very long. So sit back and relax. Now, I want to talk to you about other business advantages that you need to be taking if you're a business or a corporation, LLC, S-Corp, partnership. Whatever kind of business entity, there are some small businesses that can take advantage of the current economic environment in 3 ways, and I want to go over them. And this is really good from Inc. magazine because they published this morning. The number one is businesses that are contemplating expansion should apply for loans now because the banks are now lending. Banks and non-bank lenders have opened their bank accounts and are granting requests at the moment. Meanwhile, interest rates are still relatively low. Lowest that they've been. I remember when I was a kid and interest rates were up at 18%. I mean, I wasn't a kid. That was during the Carter administration. We had such high interest rates at the moment. We were waiting in gas lines. Remember that? Maybe some of you don't, but I was there. I would take off during the daytime, run at lunchtime, run over to sit in the line, and sometimes I had to get out of the line and go back to work because the line was just too big. But that's how it was. So right now, the banks have opened up their the spigots and are granting requests to small businesses. So meanwhile, we also have to deal with the interest rates. It's still low, so right now is a good time to do it. However, the Federal Reserve has signaled that they will continue to rise, delaying the increase. Delaying will increase your cost of capital. So don't wait too long, because the Feds have said that they're going to start raising these interest rates. So now, during this economic climate, the interest rates are still relatively low. Take advantage of it on your business loans. Number 2, invest in making your websites more mobile friendly. I know I've been going through this with myself on how I can make my website more mobile friendly, and looking at the various apps out there available to me. The majority of traffic likely comes from smartphones and other mobile devices. And too many small business owners establish a website and then do little to update it for long periods of time. I do my own website of my firm. And I'm always constantly having to look at, okay, what can I do better? What can I add that will make it easier for my client to do research, or to listen to my blogs, or to make an appointment with my office? I'm always looking at new ways to make that website into an acceptable app on telephones for my clients to use, and to also promote and do marketing. So it's very vital that if you're a small business, if you have a website, start thinking about what app or some way to make it more mobile conscious to your clients out there, or your business associates out there. So you really do need to look at that. Oh, gosh, I tell you, one of the things that when you're in a small business is that you always have to focus on new issues that come up and better ways to reach out to your potential clients and to your current clients. It's constant. I listen, I come into the office at 7 a.m. and I work until 9 a.m. just on internet marketing, social marketing, looking at my website, updating my website, looking at all the numbers of people hitting it at a certain day, a certain time of the day. And so it's a constant thing that you should be looking at if you're a small business. Hopefully you've got somebody on board that can help you out on that. Number 3 is put more time into branding. I tell you, branding is so important for any kind of firm. If it's the branding of your website, branding of your services, branding of your product, they need to know who you are. Take advantage of social media, which is an inexpensive way to improve a firm's digital presence. You've got to look at that all the time. If you're not active on social media, or don't know in what direction to go, assign the task to an employee who is engaged in social media, or hire a freelance individual or contractor or digital PR agency to help you. I think that's so important, because I tell you, I'm working on branding every single day. I told you I come in at 7 and work until 9 on branding. That's why I do this podcast, so that Lodging Company is branded out there, so that people know that we provide business and tax advisory services to small business and to startups. And we also do some large corporations too, but mostly our thrust is small business. But I brand that every single day. It's something that you have to work on. And if you don't, you may miss out on some very low expensive marketing campaigns that you can do on social media. Go out and sit down with a social media professional and pick their brains on what is best for you and how you can reach more people. It's the best way. I love picking brains of people who are smarter than me. And let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of them out there. Anyway, that's it for today. I just want you to go out there and really think about how to run your business. And think about these 3 things and that we just talked about, because it's vital, important, what other word can I use, to get it through to you that it takes some work. It takes some work. It takes some thought process. It takes some planning. And by the way, this is the middle of the year, so we're going on to our next 6 months here. Have you sat down with your accounting department and with your business department and said, okay, where do we stand? And how can we make it better for the next 6 months? If you haven't done that, hire someone to do it. Call my firm. We're very good at that. We are always looking at what can we do by looking at the financial statement and looking at your performance rate of how to make it better. And if you haven't formed a business, if you're starting a new business, if you haven't formed a business, call our firm, because we can do it for you. We can give you the best tax advice, and we can give you the best entity structure that you should be using for your new business. So that's it for today. I hope every one of you had a really great 4th of July. I did. I stayed home, made some pickles, which I have never done in my life before, but I decided to do it because you got to try new things, right? Stayed at home, watched some really good movies. And then all around me, because I'm living in South Carolina at the moment. In South Carolina, you can take advantage of all the firework companies that are around here and you get some really good fireworks. And I don't know, some of the people around me have these big old cannons that they shoot off too. And I tell you, my dogs were all over me because they were so scared of the noise. And the fireworks were still going on the 5th, at late at night. We could still hear them because my dogs notified me of it. So I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. We have 6 more months now for the remainder of this year. Let's go out there and really do something great for our companies, our businesses, our communities, and of course for our nation. This is Mike Lodge for the WBT, and we'll talk with you soon.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.